Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's topic is what would they tell you if they were drunk? So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3 and pile number 4. You can pick one of the piles or one of the stones, whichever speaks to you, and pause the video if you need to, and then let's get started with pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1, these are your cards. This is the stone you picked. So, these cards here tell the situation, like what happens, how does it come that they start drinking and they think about contacting you. These cards here tell in which way they contact you, like is it per visiting or phone call, what is it? And these cards here tell what they are talking about. So let's start with the situation. For you, pile number 1, I can see that they would be in a party that maybe starts when it's still daytime, and they start flirting with other people on that party. But the more they drink, the more they realize that no one can compete with you, and they lose the ability to pretend like they are interested in these people, in these women, for example, or in these men. And they start acting cold towards everyone, especially the sex you are categorized to. They start being distant to all these people who are trying to flirt with them or dance with them or whatever, talk to them. And I feel like they even start telling some of them or one of them like that their heart is taken, that they are already in love with someone, so they can't give them what they want because they are focused on you. And then they leave the party, but they're drunk when leaving. And I think they even embarrass themselves a little. The people on the party would start talking. This is what I'm seeing, because I think they just tell everyone what's going on with you, you know, like they tell that their heart is already taken and stuff, and I think they don't tell it just one person, but many people. Or this is one option, or they have this like you can just see the people in the party just can see that they're drunk because of the way they're walking, something like that, but they make it obvious, like they embarrass themselves because of being drunk in some way. So then this is the situation, and then we have the way that they contact you. Pile number 1, I see that they would go home, they wouldn't visit you. They would go home, lie on their bed, maybe even continue drinking, having their drink by their side while lying, and they would call you. They wouldn't text you, they wouldn't visit you, they would call you. This is what I'm seeing. Yes, so the conversation would be via phone call. So let's talk about the conversation itself. I feel like pile number 1, this person left you because they they felt like, oh no, let me put it that way. So the relationship ended because they have left you, and they left you because they thought the grass is greener on the other side. I think they have commitment issues or trust issues. They feel safer when they're alone. And this is the reason why they left you, not because you're not good enough or something. They try to ignore their feelings, but I see that when they are drunk, they can't pretend like not loving you, you know? This is like bursting out of them when they are drunk. So when they when they would call you drunk, they would tell you what's going on. They would tell you that they've left you because of their issues, not because there's a problem with you. They would tell you that they are done with playing it safe, that they want you, that they are going to do anything to get you back, basically. I don't see them being desperate. I get that sense that they are quite optimistic. The drinking starts sad for them. They might shed some tears, but when calling you, they are very like optimistic and very courageous to pursue you, to tell you that they won't stop pursuing you. Like even if you say no, like I don't want to see you anymore, they will insist on winning your heart back. And they will be in that like really peaceful space. I think because for once they are telling what's really important to them, you know. This is what makes them happy, because they are used to faking emotions or acting like they don't have any. And for once, when they're drunk, they can really let their emotions speak for them. This is why they get in this happy place. So we have a archetypes card that talk about their energy, their characteristics, so to say. We have the goddess, light attribute, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. The shadow attribute is exploitation of the female nature and form. I feel like they are sort of, I don't want to say like sex addicts, but they like to, or they think they do, have multiple partners and being sexually active, like very active with different people. And this is what ended up ruining the relationship for you guys, because they need that approval of others. For some of you, they need that approval of others. For others of you, I see that this is like an escape plan for them, you know. This is a lie. It's not really what they feel, but they tell themselves that they need multiple partners just so they can stay in their comfort zone of being single because they are so afraid of committing to someone, you know? So it's just I missed the word right now. It's just an excuse for them. That's the word I was looking for. So, yeah, that's the whole situation, pile number 1. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, then give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. So, pile number 2, these are your cards. This is the stone that you've picked. Okay, so different cards here tell different a different context. So these cards here talk about how does it come that they become drunk and want to contact you, the situation. These cards here tell which method they use. Will they call you? Will they visit you? Will they text you? And these cards here, they tell the actual conversation, like what are they going to tell you. So let's start with the situation itself. How does it come? For you, pile number 2, I feel like they will be walking outside and seeing these happy couples, you know, and they will realize or like feel again, it will be brought to their attention how lonely they feel without you. They will see that you are missing in their lives, you know. And this will be the reason why they start drinking. Okay, pile number 2. So for you, for the situation, I'm seeing that they would be walking outside and seeing these happy couples, you know, and they would realize, or like it would be brought to their attention how lonely they are without you. They would realize that you're missing in their lives, and this would be the trigger for them to start drinking and eventually contacting you. So how would they contact you? They would call you, pile number 2. It doesn't look like or let me clarify this real quick. Okay, is it texting or a call? It's not visiting, I can see that, but is it texting or calling? Is it texting or calling? Okay, I think for some of you it is texting and for some of you it's calling, but the majority of you will get texts from them. Okay, so let me put them side. And let's talk about the actual conversation. Okay, the actual conversation. Pile number 2. I think your person would tell you that they are confused and that they start losing hope about finding someone who can keep up with you, because they feel like no one is good enough to replace you in their heart, you know, like they will tell you that they keep looking and looking, but no one is like you, basically. They don't know whom, like, there is no wifey material or husband material out there except of you. This is what they would tell you. And that they are confused about what to do because they want you back and they can't find someone to replace you. And this is making them sick. This is making them very sad. This is what they would tell you, and they would try to meet you in person. They would try to convince you to come to them, or they would come to you. They would try to, yes, this is what I'm seeing. They would try to convince you to have a meetup, to meet in person, because they want to see you. This is what the conversation would be about, as you can see here. They would tell you about that they looked for love in the distance, but they ended up blocking all these people out of their lives because they weren't good enough. They weren't you. And this archetype card is talking about their personality, basically. And we have here child, orphan. Light attributes are independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. And the shadow attributes are feeling of abandonment, that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So I feel like this person could be someone who can survive on their own but not be happy on their own, you know? This is what I'm seeing. So I think your person is someone who is like, who can survive on their own. They don't need anyone, but there is this emotional need for stability, for someone they can imagine marrying, you know. They are someone who likes committed relationships, sorry. And yeah, they can't find another you. They are in love with you, pile number 2, and it's not easy for them to replace you, and they know that, and this is what they will tell you if they were drunk. So I hope you liked the reading. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, pile number 3. So these are your cards. These cards here tell the situation, like how does it come that your person gets drunk and wants to contact you. This is the way they will contact you in. So for example, via phone call or visiting you or texting you. And these cards here tell the actual conversation, like what would they tell you. So let's start with how does this situation happen. I feel like they would be outside and seeing, if you're a woman, they would see many women. They I don't know how to say that in English. They on the first glance they think that you are this woman. Like they see your face in their faces, you know. But then he realizes it's not you. Like they will even see you with different men. You know, like if the sexes don't match, then just take it how it resonates for your personal situation. But they would see different men kissing you. Like it's not you, but they mistaken these women for you. Again, if you're male, then you know, just switch the roles. Or with homosexual couples, you know, like what I mean. So yeah, exactly. This situation reminds me of the Arctic Monkeys song and the video What You Only Call Me When You're High. So I encourage you to check that out. That's the situation. It's a little, that video is a little, it's not that normal, so to say. But yeah, you can check it out if you want to. So yeah, this would like drive them nuts, and they either started drinking before that, and this is why they see you in everyone, or they would start drink after that. For some of you, they start before that, drinking before that, and this is why they keep seeing your face in every person of your sex. Or they would start drinking because of that, because they see your face in everyone. Because I know that you don't necessarily have to be drunk. You can have this situation when you're sober, when your brain is focused on someone, then you really might mistaken like everyone's face for them. It happened to me, and yeah, you don't necessarily have to be drunk, but this could be an occasion. For some of you, this would be the reason why they start drinking. And I see them coming home like exhausted and really feeling down, because they had all these heart attacks because they've seen you with other people's arms, like at first glance, but they got this like heart attack from it, you know. And this is why they would be so like down and sad. Yes, this is the situation I'm seeing. So the way they would contact you. I feel like they would text you, pile number 3. Yeah, it's texting. They think that if they visit you in your home, you guys might get in a fight, you know, like they don't want to. I think they don't want to hear you shouting at them, because I feel like they're the ones who messed up the relationship. and they know that you are angry, or they assume you are angry, and you shouting at them would break their heart, so they would rather just text you, like talk to you via text. In the text, I can see that they would tell you that they miss the old times, that they want you back if you guys were in a relationship. If you've never been in a relationship with this person, they would tell you that they just want you and they are not happy when they don't have you. They would tell that they promise they will be a good spouse, and they have big dreams with you. They want to marry you. They would start talking about marriage and they would tell that they want to marry you and they want you to be the mother or father of their kids. This is like their dream. This is what they want in life. They would cry while texting you, and they would make you really feel, they wouldn't act cool or something, they would really make you feel how painful it is for them. They would even text you that they are crying, it's not because they want to guilt trip you, it's just because I think of the alcohol, it just comes out, like they don't have this filter between their thoughts and their and what they are texting. Yes, this is what they would text you, pile number 3. So we have two, oh damn, 2 additional cards here. All that glitters and loyal heart. So they would tell you that you are the only thing they are focused on. You are the only person they can see. Like, they would tell you that they see your face in everyone, and they are so focused on you that they don't even like recognize other, if you're female, other women's beauty or how wonderful they are, because they are so focused on you, and they can't see other people, they don't recognize them as people, they see you in them. And they would tell you that they really like you, that they want you, that they would never hurt you, that they would be a caring spouse. So this archetypes card is talking about their characteristics. So we have the Fool. Light attributes are fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And shadow attributes are using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of emotional truth. Like what's really helping them in that situation, what would help them in that situation is that they can talk about their emotions without any filter, but they are not the kind of person who thinks about how does the other person feel when I tell them how I feel. Like, am I guilt tripping the person? Do they feel bad? Like, is it embarrassing? Like, they don't think about the perspective of the other person they're talking to, which is, I think you will be very, like, you will feel uncomfortable while they are texting you, and this is going to irritate you a little. So that's it for you for today, pile number 3. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. So pile number 4, these are your cards. This is the stone that you've picked. Okay, so pile number 4. These cards here talk about the situation going on, like what leads to them drinking and then contacting you. These cards here talk about how they contact you, for example, via phone call, are they visiting you, like that type of stuff. And these cards here talk about the conversation, like what do they mention in the conversation? What do they actually tell you? Okay, so let's start with the situation. Okay, pile number 4. So I think that you are already in a relationship with this person, but they view your relationship as not complete. They see you as a little distant. For some of you, you are indeed like you feel little distant towards your partner. Maybe they've broken your heart. Something happened that that you feel the need to distance yourself from them. For others of you, I feel like you don't do it on purpose, like you're just busy or something like that, but nevertheless they feel like something is missing in your relationship. Maybe having children, they feel a weird distance between you guys, and this is making them really sad. And at home they manage to keep like a fake smile on, but when they leave the house they need a drink because they're so frustrated about the situation. They feel like you have a house of cards, your relationship is a house of cards, and it's just too painful for them to keep smiling 24/7. And this is why they even might flirt with other women just because they are desperate, not because the women are really important to them, but this is like the reason why they would start drinking. So then let's talk about how they would contact you. They would just, come home from wherever they've been. I feel like they would just throw the keys and their jacket to the side. This is what I've just seen. And have this loose body posture, you could really see that they're tired. You could see that in their body, And what they would tell you is how the conversation would be is, first of all, they would be totally honest with you, and they would tell you about the fact that they can't keep it in themselves anymore, this burden of the feeling like you guys are growing apart, you know. They would tell you that they see this problem, this dysfunction in your relationship. They would be totally honest with you, because they fear losing you. They would feel like it's better to address it rather than not talking about it, keep it under the rock, and one day there is no way to save the relationship, you know. This is the kind of situation they are afraid of, and this is why they would tell you that they still see some hope for you. They would tell you that the hope's not lost, that you guys should maybe like talk openly to each other, try to solve the problem, but they would tell you that they are not willing to give up on this love. They would rather save it, not and not leave it, you know. We have here the card Imagine and Flexible. I feel like they would tell you to, when you tell them that everything's okay, what are you talking about and stuff, they would tell you to imagine what your relationship will be in 10 years from now when you continue what you are doing. But they would also tell you to imagine the perfect relationship you guys could have, and to try to be that, you know, be these people. Like, how would we two be to each other? How would we behave? How would we talk to each other? What's relevant for our relationship? What's essential for our relationship to last? Let's just like do exactly that, what we imagine. You know, this is what they would tell you. And this archetype card is talking about their character. And we have the athlete. Light attributes are dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. And the shadow attributes are misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability. This is a word I just can't pronounce, like, no way. I hate it. Invulnerability, sorry, and entitlement. I think your partner, pile number 4, is someone who tends to be like really optimistic. They like to be the hero. They like to save everything they have. They are not the kind of person who just leaves stuff that they are not happy with. Instead, they are trying to change it. And in this situation, this might be helpful, you know, like, this is not necessarily a toxic trait or anything. It can be helpful to see the problems and address them and try to work through them instead of throwing the whole relationship away. So yeah, that's it for you for today, pile number 4. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, then give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.